It's the Line Makers on Sporting News.
How you doing, Richie B? I'm with the esteemed Kenny White.
How you doing?
Talking Pittsburgh, Notre Dame. You know, I just thought about it. This game should have a name.
It could be the Steel Smart Bowl.
The Big Bean Battle. I'm going to call it the Big
Bean. Why is it
Big
the Bean Battle?
The Big Bean Battle. I like that name. Let's talk the line on this game. The Big Beaners, Notre Dame, 17.5, down to 16.5 after their big upset win against Oklahoma last week. What do you think about the move?
I got a better name for your game, the collar game.
The collar game.
The white collar against the blue collar.
I like that name. What do you think about the move? 17.5 down to 16.5.
Well, I think the move's because we're looking for a letdown here. I think most professionals that jumped on Pittsburgh here with the points think that Notre Dame will come out of the chute a little bit slow this week after beating Oklahoma. And that was a really tough game against Oklahoma. Don't let the score fool you. Going into the fourth quarter, it was a 3-point football game.
Largest margin of victory between the two teams the last 4 years, 6 points. I mean, that's got to have something to do with taking 17, especially when the total 45-46 range, you know, that's a big number.
You're looking at a low-scoring football game. You know the defense is going to be there. And if Notre Dame lets up at all from the win at Oklahoma, and Tino Sunseri can put a touchdown on the board early, Ray Graham looks like he's back healthy, 2 touchdowns, 108 yards rushing last week, 170 all-purpose yards. And Russell Shell, number 1 back in the country coming out of high school, he's starting to get more carries, 70 yards. Like what Pittsburgh did, you could get an easy cover in this game if you get Pittsburgh out into the lead.
Pittsburgh loses Dan Mason, linebacker, the last 2 weeks, double digits in tackles. He had some health problems earlier in the year. He just came back. He's been playing good. They're gonna hurt without him. You know, you're looking at the line makers. You're looking at taking 17 in this spot. It is a bit of a letdown. And one more question for the esteemed Mr. White. How much of a rating adjustment have you made on Notre Dame since the start of the season till now?
Probably not as big as you have, and I know you adjust your ratings every week. I think I've raised up Notre Dame about 2.5 points so far. We also wanted to talk about the quarterbacks, Golson and Reese. Wanted to mention them real quick before we get Richie Bachelari's rating adjustment on these two. Brian Kelly has been really staying with Golson, and because of Reese's off-field problems during the summertime, you know, that's a pretty good judgment, I think, from Kelly. Too bad that Reese did what he did. But I think Reese is the better quarterback. He knows how to read defenses. Where Golson can't read defenses, he's just an athlete behind center. I think at some point, you're going to see Reese in these football games when they need him to win a game.
No, Golson going this week, though.
Golson started last week. He's going this week. What have you done with Notre Dame's rating?
After the Navy game, I think I adjusted him about 2.5 points. Since then, another point. It's a take job this week. You take the 17. We're the line makers. We're on sportingnews.com.